video on keyword research, one of a planned series of videos. In this video, we're going to talk about doing our initial keyword research, and for this particular example, we're using Microniche Finder. You can do this equally well with other tools, Market Samurai. You can also use Google's free keyword tool, which works very well. I use Microniche Finder as my default go-to tool simply because it has a lot of features which make the process quick and easy for me. And remember, we're getting the same information whether we use Microniche Finder, Market Samurai, Google, etc. Also, very important, make sure you have the most current version if you're using Microniche Finder. The most recent one is 5.3.8. They've had a lot of upgrades recently, so if you're using this, make sure you check. Based on the niche research brainstorming list within the 100K blueprint, just as a starting point, we're going to look at one of these relationship sub-niches, in particular marriage. And so what I've done in Microniche Finder, I'm using the term marriage as my seed. I'm going to click on search. I've already done the search, so it's going to take us right to the results screen. And here we have the results, typing in the word marriage as or seed. You'll notice that I am on exact rather than broad or phrase. We want to start out looking at results for exact match. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is tell Microniche Finder to hide some of the results. I'm going to use filter. I'm going to check everything that has more than 3 words, less than 3 words. You'll notice the check boxes here, whoops. And then I'm going to tell it to hide all the checked results. That leaves me with phrases of 3 words or more. And I'm using that just as a starting point to make the process go a little bit quicker. Generally, in some of these niches, the 1 and 2 word phrases are going to be very competitive and not where we want to start. Next thing I'm going to do is sort by search count. It's the day after Christmas. My tongue is not working all that well yet. Please bear with me. Click on this column and it now sorts in order highest to lowest for my search volume. And I can see right at the top here, now often for a lot of these niches, these top numbers will be very high. Generally, that correlates to a lot of competition, which we don't want to look at. These numbers are pretty good. From the 2,400 up to 8,100, that's a pretty good range to look in. I can often find keyword phrases that are not that competitive. So what I have are my exact match volumes based on the seed marriage. And if I look through here, I can see some commonality. Imagine my own keyword phrase group: how to save a marriage, save my marriage, infidelity in marriage, affairs in marriage. That's already suggesting to me a possible thematic focus for a keyword phrase group. So the first thing I'm going to do now is start to look at the competition. How to save a marriage has pretty good search volume. What I did was click on it and do a search, and these are the results. If we look through here, and let's go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5, how to save a marriage. You'll notice it's a sub-page. It's not the root domain. We'll click on it to see what our competition is like at position 5. One of the things we notice if we look down here, it's got a page rank of 1. And using my search status plugin over here, if I right click on it, I can go to show backward links. In this case, rather than for the domain, I want to look at the page. Remember, we're competing with pages. Pages get ranked, not domains. So we're interested in the strength of this page. If I look at the backlinks in Yahoo, we'll see it's only got 52. It's also important to make sure we're looking at external links. So I'm going to click on accept from this domain, which drops it down to 14. So this page has a page rank of 1 and only 14 external backlinks. Now, part of the reason it's ranking is that it has the keyword phrase in the URL. And we remember that that's very important. If we go back to the search, we can move up a little. How to Save a Marriage at position 3. It's probably going to be a stronger page. And we notice no page rank. So it's bound to have plenty of backlinks. In this case, we're going to look at domain because this is the root domain. And what we get is 974. If we remove the internal links and just look at external links, it drops about 20%, 783. That's a lot, but we can tell from looking at these links that these are lots of low-value links. By the way, Yahoo often shows you the strongest links on top. Not always, but generally. However, if we look at these, here's one on movie trailers. This is a science magazine. Look down a little further. Inaugural Boston Biennial. So clearly this is just backlink getting. They're not relevant backlinks. If we follow the blueprint action plan of getting, say, 10 links a day, within just a couple of months, we would have this many links anyway. And in theory, we'll have a more targeted site. So we know that position 5 here is easily beatable. Position 3 isn't too bad. And so this is looking like a pretty good number of keywords that we can group together in a theme along the Save Your Marriage idea. We found a couple of decent volume keywords that don't look terribly competitive. And by the way, if we go to broad match now, we can start to see a lot of secondary terms that we can use to either fill in our keyword phrase group or add on after we've established some rankings for our site. So that brings us to the end of this initial video, just a walkthrough of some basic keyword research.